Hey, howdy, hello, and welcome. Thanks for joining me. And I'm going to give you a little disclaimer. I'm kind of tired today, so may not be as on my game as I usually am, but the content will still be useful, meaningful, and powerful for you. So, if you have applied to speaking opportunities, you know that unless you're some sort of a celebrity in your industry, it's a lot of applications for a little return. It's a lot of work, right? And so what I thought I would do today is just kind of share with you some ways that we've found in having applied for, at this point, probably 4,000 speaking opportunities through my Opus program. I wanted to share with you some of the things that we do to kind of stand out. So, without further ado, one thing. Number one, have or create a short, simple video that shows your personality as a speaker. I'm just going to jot this down like this. Short vid about you. And when I say about you, I don't mean about you like talk about you. I mean about you like show who you are, right? Because you have to get inside the head of the person who's hiring you. And it's really important to do that. And I would argue that very few people do it. Let me just adjust this so that my head is not out of frame. There we go. Think about it like this. An event coordinator or an event planner or someone who's making a decision about whether to hire you and give you a big check or let you speak for free or whatever, they have their own best interest at the forefront of their mind. They're thinking about, what can I do to look good? They're also thinking about, what about my audience? Oftentimes, if they have a boss they answer to, they want to look good in front of their boss. These things are very important, right? They're not really thinking about you, Joe, and what's going on for you, okay? They're thinking about them. This is like a fundamental marketing premise, right? You don't talk about you talk about them. So in your short video about you, it's really more a short video that shows your personality. And that's what I mean by about you. So in the short video, you may talk about what they will get, what their audience will get, what other audiences have gotten, what other event coordinators have gotten. And you want to focus it on that. So in a way you could say that it's you statements instead of I statements. So that brings us to the next thing. The next thing is you statements greater than I statements. Boom. This is really just it's a rhetorical idea. It's an idea about shifting the content. So in your applications and in your short video, you want to talk, again, not about you and what you bring. You've got to shift that around to what they will get, what their audience will experience, how they will look, how they will feel. Now, you're talking about the same stuff. For instance, if you are very funny, you would not say, I bring a lot of humor to my talks. You would say, audiences are known to laugh and have a great time at my talks because I use humor. You see how that shifts the focus to the audience? Right? You understand? Okay, cool. So that's what you want to focus on. You want to shift the languaging around while talking about the same things so that you're presenting desirable outcomes for the event coordinator, for their audience. And then when you do the short video, it's about you in the sense that you're showing who you are as a personality, but the content, again, needs to focus on them. This is very important and very overlooked. So, you open, let's see, open with an intro letter, email, and you wait for them to respond. You don't pitch in the first don't pitch yourself in your first email. Your first email may sound something like, let's see off the top of my head, hey Joe, I saw that you're running the Awesomeness Conference again this year. It looks like you're really doing a great job with this. I know some people who have attended and even a couple of the past speakers, and everyone speaks very highly of it. Can you tell me when your call for speakers opens? Or if the call for speakers is already open, could I have an invitation? Or could I link to the call to speakers or something like that? It's very, very non-pitchy, the first one, right? Then when they say yes and they respond to you, in your application, you're going to have lots of places to talk about, and this is tricky, you're going to have lots of places to either talk about you or them when you're talking about the content you deliver and your value you deliver. So when you get to that point where you deliver the value, you got to phrase it in, whoops, this is backwards. No, that's right. You have to phrase it in statements about them. What will they get? What will they experience? What will their audience get? How will they look for having hired you? Rather than I bring this, I do this, I deliver that. Then, and this is actually like a third thing, after you apply, you wait a couple of days, a week, 2 weeks, whatever, then you send out a short video about you, and you send it out really kind of like low key, you know, just the headline of your email may be a follow-up, like the headline may be like, hey, just a quick follow-up and a thank you for replying to me, or something like that. And in that video, you have a short, or in that email, you have a short video about you. And again, it's about you, but it's focused on them. So what I want you to really see here is that all of this is deliberately focused on them. Deliberately focused on them. You would be surprised how few people get this right, and how often event coordinators and planners feel like they're just wading through a sea of people bragging about themselves. Because everybody misses this. You statements are more powerful to you than I statements are to you. Okay? Got it? You starting to understand now? I hope so. So remember, your intro letter is very low key, very non-pitchy, a compliment to them, and then just asking for the link to call for speakers. Even if you already have it, that's fine, but ask them for it. Then in the application, you word everything so that it's about them, their audience, their bosses, their reputation, their image, what they will get. Not what you do, but what they will get. And then follow up with a short video that is focused on them but shows your personality and your character. Try these things and watch as your open rates and response rates skyrocket. And of course, if this is too overwhelming for you and you want to speak but you don't have time, the energy, or the bandwidth to be focused on this yourself, you get a hold of us here at Opus Speakers, and we handle all of that for you. We handle everything for you. Of course, we follow this framework too, and you can relax while we fill your calendar with speaking events. All right, thanks so much.